Hi everyone, this is David Mayer Anderson. I'm an independent real estate broker in Arvada, Colorado, and this is part two of a video series I'm doing on kind of the basics of real estate investing. A little bit about why I'm doing this. Uh, my audience I see as not the seasoned real estate investor. I'm really trying to speak to people that have thought about investing in real estate, think it's maybe a little too complicated, too risky, too expensive, whatever that reason is that's holding you back. I'm going to try to simplify it for you, give you some good information, as well as helping with any real estate expertise that I can provide. In the first series, I talked about the power of leveraging and why leveraging makes real estate such a great investment tool. Um, and essentially, the way that works is that when you're buying a real estate property, you can do so with putting less down than the whole purchase price. Put 20% down on a conventional loan, and let's say the property goes up in value. Your 20% leverage still realizes 100% of the increase in that property's value. So that's one reason that real estate's a great investment tool. So last time, uh, like I said, we talked about that leveraging. Today, I want to talk about another um, way that investors evaluate real estate investments, and that's a thing called the cap rate. And what a cap rate is shows an investor what kind of return they're going to get um, on the value of the asset, what kind of net income return they're going to get in proportion to the value of the net asset. So if I have a $200,000 property and my net income on that property, excluding the mortgage, is $20,000, then I've got a 10% return on that $200,000, 10% cap rate, which is excellent. I think that for a real estate rental property, cap rate of around 7 is very doable and can be a great vehicle for increasing not only net worth but also cash flow. So 10% is, kind of a no-brainer, of course. Yeah, we'll do that. And the last time I spoke with you all, I raised the question that you may be having of, well, that down payment, where's that going to come from? Let's say on a $200,000 property, that's $40,000 down, 20% down. Not a lot of people have $40,000 sitting liquid in a savings account somewhere. But you may have $40,000 somewhere, and you may have more access to it than you think you do. For instance, if you are a homeowner, you may have a lot of equity in your home, and lenders will give you a home equity loan up to, say, 80-90% of the appraised value of the home. So if your home's value is $400,000 now, and you've got a loan of $200,000 on it, you potentially have quite a bit of equity there you could tap into to use for a down payment. Also possible to borrow from an IRA to use that money and as a down payment on a real estate investment. Now, when you do that, you have to take into consideration that the money you pull out of your IRA is not going to be earning the returns, whatever the stock rate your portfolio does for that money you pull out. It's not going to be earning money. There's a third way that I wanted to briefly mention about perhaps the easiest way to become a real estate investor, and that's if you're a current homeowner and you have considered moving, maybe downsizing, kids have moved out, or you're at a stage of life where you want to downsize, simplify, or your family's growing, you need more space, whatever, you're in the market to sell your property. Well, instead of selling your property, uh, my advice to people right now is consider keeping it. Keep your property, rent it out, and buy your next one. Now that's kind of taboo in the real estate world because listings are king. That's what everybody's trying to get, and that's what everybody markets towards is getting listings. But I think that for a lot of people, it's potentially in your best interest to not list and sell your property if you don't have to. Hold on to it, buy your next property, rent it out. You get a lease agreement before you close, and many lenders will not count that debt against you, so you don't need that um, to qualify essentially for two mortgages at the same time. You just have the one mortgage. The other mortgage is taken care of with the renters, and it's possible also that those renters are creating some cash flow for you. If your monthly payment on your house is $1,600 a month, but it's a property you can rent for over $2,000, let's say $2,200, there's $600 a month um, gross income cash flow. You got to take out your expenses, but having some cash flow in addition to um, being able to realize the growth in equity on two properties instead of one, bingo, you've become a real estate investor. So that's part two, and look forward to speaking with you all soon to give you some more ideas.